Hello friends, myself Harisankar Prasad Tonde and I am Assistant Professor and Head in the Department of Computer Science, University Teaching Department, Sant Gahera Guru University, Sarguja Ambikapur. So students, today we are going to discuss regarding computer system architecture, which is of PC final year's one subject, and in this particular subject we are going to discuss unit number 3, that is CPU organization, and the topic we are going to discuss is register and program counter. So students, let's going to start the particular topic, what are registers and program counter. As you all know, in computer so many types of registers are going to be used, and all those registers are having the same task to store the data. So let us discuss regarding what is a register. A register is a group of flip-flops with each flip-flop capable of storing one bit of information. An n-bit register has a group of n flip-flops and is capable of storing binary informations of n bits. So as we come to know, register is nothing but it's a combination of flip-flops, and flip-flops are used to store the data, and various types of flip-flops, as we already have discussed in earlier topics. There is D latch flip-flop, JK flip-flop, RS flip-flop, master slave flip-flop. These are the various types of flip-flops which are used for storing the data. So these registers are comprising of various flip-flops. N-bit register is having n flip-flops and is capable of storing binary informations of n bits. So this is the power of the register. A register consists of flip-flops and gates. The flip-flops hold the binary information and gates control when and how new information is transferred into a register. This is a new thing which we are going to discuss regarding register is flip-flops hold the binary information, as we have early discussed, and gates controls when and how new information is transferred into a register. So students, this is very important to know. Various types of registers are available commercially. The simplest register is one that consists of only flip-flops with no external gates. So my dear students, this is a particular pictorial representation of various registers in a computer system, and this is main memory. Main memory means RAM and ROM, and these are the various types of registers. So MAR is memory address register, ALU is arithmetic logic unit, CU is control unit, and PC is the program counter, IR is the instruction register, MDR means memory data register, and MBR means memory base register. So these are various types of registers which are being used, and in the next slides we are going to discuss in detail. So what is the main function of register is to hold the information, to store the information, and the informations are in the form of binary bits. So this is the major thing you have to know. And for the working of this microprocessors, these registers plays an important role. Why? Because microprocessors can do various types of performances, various types of operations regarding ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and regarding control unit. So various types of data buses are also used, various types of gates we are going to use, various types of arithmetic operation we are going to use, but the storage data will be on the register itself. So this is the important thing which we have to discuss. So what are the various types of registers we are going to discuss now is accumulator. Accumulator is nothing but is the most common register used to store data take from the memory. So it is the most important and most commonly used register which is used to store the data. General purpose registers. There are so many types of general purpose registers available within us. This is used to store data immediate results. Whenever the data is being calculated, whenever the data is being transferred from one to another, then this general purpose registers are being used during program execution. It can be accessed via assembly programming languages. So there are various types of programming languages. Binary programming languages are there, which we call as machine language, and there is assembly programming language, there is high level programming languages. So all these types of programming languages, various types of general purpose registers, they are going to use to store the data. Some special purpose registers are available to us. Users do not access these registers, but they are indirectly used by the users to store the data. These registers are for computer systems. So special purpose registers are used for some specific purposes, for storing the data, for transferring the data, for initializing the data, likewise. So let's discuss all these things. First one is the memory address register, which is a special purpose register. As you all know, So memory address register are those registers that holds the address for memory unit. Means this the particular the job of this particular register is to hold the address for the memory unit which is being used by the processor at the time of calculating various types of operations. So what is MBR? Next is what is MBR? MBR means memory buffer register and stores information, instructions and data received from the memory and sent from the memory. So the purpose of this particular register is to store instructions and data received from the memory and sent from the memory. So this is the purpose of the memory buffer register. Next one is the program counter. Program counter points to the next instruction to be executed. The job is it is going to give the next instruction to be executed. So this is the very important thing when we are going to do assembly programming languages, when we are going to do some macro operations. So program counter is having the next operation to be fetched. Next one is the IR, that is instruction register, and the job is to hold the instructions to be executed. Which kind of instructions is going to be executed, this is stored on the instruction register. So students, this is the various types of registers which are being used in the computer system for programming purposes, for executing purposes, or at the time of calling the system calls. So whatever is the requirement of the operating system and the user, it is being used. So following is the list of some common registers used in a basic computer. Let's do some practices regarding various types of registers which is used in the time of operations and programming purposes. First one is the data register. The symbol is DR and the number of bits it is stored is 16 bit, and the function is it holds memory operands. Whenever you are going to declare some variables, some operands, then what happens, it is being stored in the data register. Second one is the address register. It is having number of bits is 12 and it holds the address for the memory. The main purpose is to hold the address for the memory. Third one is the accumulator. Accumulator is short form is AC and it holds 16 bit, and afterwards what happened, the main function is processor register. It is used for the processing of the various types of operands being available within the programming, and it is being used to support the processor. Next one is the instruction register. As we have just discussed this, it is 16-bit processor, 16-bit register, and it holds the instruction code. What is going to be executed? This is stored in the instruction register. Program counter. We have already discussed this. The number of bits is 12, and it holds the address of the instruction. It holds only the address of the instruction. There is nothing to do the execution part, but it only holds the address of the instruction. Next one is the temporary register. The short form is TR, and it is 16-bit register, and it holds temporary data. Next one is the input register. INPR, it is the short form, and it is of 8 bits, and the job is carries input character. It carries the input character. Next one is the output register. Short form is OUTR, and it is of 8 bit, and it is having the job for carries output character. So students, this is the various types of particular registers which we are going to use, and the list comprises such registers only which are useful for us at the time of programming, at the time of instructions, at the time of doing some operations regarding operating system or regarding some processing purposes. So this is all about the particular register. In the next slide, we are going to discuss regarding the register and the memory configurations of a basic register, how it is going to be and how it is going to be discussed. So program counter is having bits 12, 0 to 11. Address register is also having 12 bits and 0 to 11. And afterwards, this is the memory, 4096 words. So 16 bits per word is the capacity of this memory. And instruction register is having 16 bit, 0 to 50. And TR, transfer register, is there from 0 to 50. DR, data register, is there from 0 to 16. AC, accumulator, from 0 to 16. 0 to 15 means 16 bit. And INPR 0 to 7, OUTR 0 to 7. So INPR is for input and OUTR is for output. So in the earlier slide, we have just discussed all these things, and the memory required for this is going to be discussed in this particular slide. So this is all regarding the registers part. What are the various types of registers which are being used, how it is being useful at the time of execution of the program, at the time of execution of the various operations. So you have to discuss regarding this, you have to know, you have to familiar regarding this. You watch this particular video and make some notes which is useful to you at the time of preparing the examination, students. So next topic is the program counter. What actually is a program counter? As we have already discussed, program counter is a register in a computer processor that contains the address or location of the instruction being executed at the current time. So as we all know, this is nothing but it is a particular register which is having the address or location of the instruction being executed at the current time. So what the processor is going to be executed currently is being stored in the program counter. So this is the very important thing we have to note. As each instruction gets fetched, the program counter increases its stored value by 1. Or one extension is going to be fetched, then the program counter is being increased by the value 1. Within a computer, an address is a specific location in memory or storage. So within a computer, as we all know, memory is having, and it's an address is a specific location in a memory or storage. In that particular case, where the particular processor is going to be fetched there, and afterwards a particular value is being executed. So a program counter is a CPU register in the computer processor which has the addresses of the next instructions to be executed from memory. It is a digital counter needed for faster execution of tasks as well as for tracking the current execution point. So students, you have to know all these things. A program counter is also known as, there are some other names of this program counter, which is instruction counter, instruction pointer, instruction address register or sequence control register. So this is very important. Why? Because the other names in some subjects we are not going to know, in some papers we are not going to know. So I would like to clear this. The name of other name of this program counter is instruction counter, other name is instruction pointer, other name is instruction address register, or other name is the sequence control register. So guys, you all have to know all these particular names. Why? Because it is the substitution name of the program counter. So let us discuss the next slide, and the next slide is for the functional description of the program counter, how it is being function and how it is being dependent to various types of registers, various types of operations which is being executed by the processor. So let's discuss this. The program counter PC is a special purpose register that is used by the processor to hold the address of the next instruction to be executed, and the PLA automatically updates the program counter to point to the next instruction during the opcode decode cycle. By coordinating with other hardware in addition to the PLA, the program counter is automatically incremented as each instruction is executed. The program counter can also have an address dictated to it via the branch instruction. So this is the particular thing regarding the functionality of the program counter, students. So the main thing is it is having the address of the next particular instruction to be executed by the processor. So this is a pictorial representation of the particular program counter. Let's going to understand this, what actually is inside this particular picture, and let's be clear how it is going to be functioning at the time of programming or at the time of operating the particular processors. So this is the program counter, students. Here is the load B REG register, bit is 0, load B REG register is the bit 1, bit 2, bit 3, and so on up to n terms. And this will be the pass, high, low, program counter AB. These are the various types of flip-flops which are being used, and the particular stage is latch stage, pass stage, and these are the particular program counter. As we have already discussed, the size is 0 to 7, count bit 0, count bit 1, something like this up to 7. Afterwards, incremented, load, over, load, decreted, reset to 0. These are all some various important particular things which are being used at the time of execution of the program. Students, you have to be familiar regarding this, and this particular picture is very important when you are going to explain the program counter. So please do write on your answer sheet for when the program counter is being attached, and program counter is very important topic. You have to do this very well practice. Why? Because it is something which would like to be asked by the teachers for the main examination papers. So program counter is a 16-bit register. It contains a memory address. program counter contains that very memory address from where the next instruction is to be fetched execution. Suppose the program counter contents are 8000H, then it means that the 8085 desires to fetch the instruction byte at 8000H. After fetching the byte at 8000H, the PC is automatically the program counter is automatically incremented by 1. So students, you have to familiar regarding the program counter. Why? Because at the time of various types of operations being performed by the registers, the program counter plays an important role. Why? Because it is a particular register which is having the address of the instructions to be fetched. So that's why it is having an important role at the time of execution. So this way 8085 becomes ready to fetch the next byte of the instruction. So students, you have to know all these things regarding the particular thing. Next is the a particular table is being used by me to help you to understand what actually is going to happen. So these are the various addresses in the memory: 8000, 8003, 8000, 8006. Hexadecimal codes we are going to use is 21 for IR, 50 for Z, 80 for W, and the label is start. The mnemonic code we are going to use is LXI H8050H, and the triggering state is 10, and comment is setup HL pair as a pointer for source memory, and 8000, 8003, 11 IR, 70 Z, 80 W. What happens, you have to understand this, why? Because these are the hexadecimal codes, and it is dependent upon the memory, and it is dependent upon the motherboard architecture of the particular computer system. LXID 8070H, the transition states will be 10, and set up DE pair as a pointer for destination memory. At the same time, 8006 hexadecimal code is 76 IR. The mnemonic code used by us is HLT, which is halt. The transition states is taking in 5 steps, and the comment will be stop. In this way, we are going to discuss the program counter. So students, this is all from my side. In today's class, we are in various slides we are discussed so far the registers and its types, and the program counter, how the registers are going to be work, how the particular instruction format is going to be discussed, and how the instruction format is being executed by the microprocessor. And at the same time, program counter plays an important role while the functioning of the registers, and at the time of working of microprocessors, various types of program counters is being used. And the main thing is the instruction which is going to be fetched by the microprocessor is going to be used by the program counter. So this is all about today's class, and thank you so very much from my side, and I am very thankful you are listening carefully to me, and you are watching me, and it's dedicatedly. So I am very thankful, and this is all from my side. Thank you so much, thank you so very much, my dear friends, my dear students.